And when I got there, I was like babysitting. And
my thought was, what do we tell our sons?
Nigga, if you buying that ticket, you fucking.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
yes, the Shop Podcast, we are here. We have the wonderful pastor. We have Sharp Lady driving 80 miles an hour, getting away from them dopehead leans. And we have Mr. No Face.
You're absolutely right. I'm trying to get away from them.
All right, folks. We know how this goes. We know the format. We know we're about to ask about everybody's weekend. If you ain't got nothing to say about your weekend, then you wasting your life. Yeah. So, Sharp Lady, how was your weekend?
My weekend was actually pretty dope. I had a really good time. I went to another part of Pennsylvania, never experienced before. Found out that pretty much that all the little small towns in Pennsylvania have the same thing going on. Same stores, same setup. So you've been to one part, you've been to them all.
So, if I get a shed from out there, can you deliver it to me?
Sure. You're gonna use what is it? The armor sheds.
I would. I heard them Jones is good.
Actually, they are. They are. Just about everybody in my neighborhood has one, and they do it according to the siding color of your house.
Yeah. Have you been to
So,
Lancaster?
have I ever been to Lancaster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, plenty of times.
That's where all the gangsters are.
Actually, I thought it was Harrisburg. And
That's pretty gangster too.
yeah, and they actually have this part of Harrisburg called Stilton or Steel. There's it's rough out here in that area. So
Okay. Hutch, to and fro. Where you go?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, good people?
How was your weekend, brother?
Just been real chill. Had a big thing going on for John Hopkins on Saturday.
Okay, that's
Girls trip going on Saturday. Sunday, my flower lady had to go do her thing. So other than that, I'm just out here just trying to relax on the weekends as much as I can because the weekdays be kicking my head.
Was she at a wedding?
Huh?
Was the flower lady at a wedding?
I think she did set up for a wedding.
Yeah, that came across my timeline. I was hating. They ain't called a spin. But anyways. Pastor.
Can you hear me?
Oh, shoot. Is this biblical?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you. Is it biblical?
So I don't know what's going on with the video, but I had drill this weekend. So I was with Uncle Sam.
Oh, so you drilled a nigga this weekend?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Not in that kind of term, in the new age term. Pastor, what you know about that?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh. Honk for Jesus, Kathy. Honk for Jesus, please.
Honk.
All right, people. We got some stuff going on today. I know Hutch got all the tea, all the stuff that's going on.
No,
Hutch, you want to talk about it?
I ain't really got no tea, man. I've been trying to. I don't know. I ain't got no tea though. But I mean, besides, Jesse Powell and what's his name? PNB, whatever that boy name is.
PNB Rock. Yeah. I mean, his situation was jaw crazy.
You know what's so crazy though? A lot of Cardi B went to a middle school today and donated $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but other than that, I ain't really been looking at, you know, the news and all that stuff, but it's so crazy because you can't go nowhere these days without somebody just hating. Like, my thing is, they say LA is off the chain. And my thing is, you a celebrity. Why are you posting your whereabouts anyways? With no security.
I mean, you just happy to be there.
And I understand that, but we can be happy posting while we gone too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on a local level, but I even know that. Post when you gone.
So when you drop people off from to and fro from coming from the airport, where do you take them to check in at?
Where I take them to check in at?
Yeah, you got to check in.
What you mean where I take them to check in?
I mean, you take them to Cherry Hill. You take them.
Well, I don't never post where I'm at with them. I just post where I'm at the airport.
I know, but if you coming from out of town and you got to check in, where do you check in at in Baltimore?
Oh, if I'm in and out, that's different. I'm in and out. If I'm there staying there for a while, I post when I'm done.
Oh, I ain't talking about that kind of check-in. I'm talking about when they get off the plane, they be like, yo, take me to the west side because I got to go see Ray Ray and them.
Oh, I don't know.
Check in and make sure I'm straight.
Oh, no. I don't got to check in. I'm small time.
So when you go to Cali,
I'm small potato, so I don't got to worry about when I get to LA, checking in with this big homie or that big homie.
You don't got to check in with the big homie.
Nah, I'm small time.
You ain't on Nutty Block.
Nah, I don't got to check in with nobody. But for all them folks out there that's big time, y'all see what them people saying, you need to check in with the big homies. I guess it's all about respect. Because even the guy, I forgot the guy who was in Detroit, when he was saying, when you come in their hood, you got to check in their hood. So everybody got somebody you got to check in with.
The amazing part is when I went to Detroit, I did see Trick.
Yeah, Trick. Yeah, you gotta check in with Trick if you want that protection.
He ain't talk to me. I wasn't big enough, but I did see him.
Oh yeah,
I did. So, Kathy, when you go to PA, you got to check in with the Amish.
No, I don't check in with the Amish. The Amish check in with me.
Oh, okay. Pastor, when you at the pool pit, you got to check in with the big homies.
What that mean?
you gotta make sure everything is all right. You gotta make sure you're good in their hood.
You gotta let them know.
So listen, I check in with God first and foremost, but after that, if I'm at somebody else's church, of course, I've already been invited. So whoever's church it is, I'm serving or I'm sharing the word that I've been invited already.
Okay.
Ziploc that.
So Hutch, what are your thoughts on checking in? Do you feel like it's real? It's a real thing, or you feel like it's something made up?
Yeah. For them, it's a real thing. And any documentary you see, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? When them people come into them neighborhoods, I believe when Biggie went to LA, I want to say he checked in with some Crips. You know what I'm saying? As Chris was saying, when Rick Ross came to Detroit, he ain't check in. They checked him.
Hey.
And I believe they ran him out of Detroit. So you know what I'm saying? My thing is this. I don't know if they when they mean check in, is it about money or what?
You got to feed the game.
I think that's what it is about getting that money.
But do you really feel like, okay, if I check in with the big homie and I break him up with some money, that ain't stopping nobody else from coming to get me?
No, it actually don't. Because somebody could be on some disrespectful shit and they might say, forget that check-in.
Yeah, because, I mean, if I check in with the Bloods, a Crip could come get me.
Right.
I just think It's no disrespect to it, but I think it's a messed up loop that they're in.
I think it's about money for real. I think it's about money.
Yeah.
For real. I don't think it's more like, oh yeah, we're protecting him while he's here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what it is. I think it's more, you know what I'm saying? He coming to the hood, and since he coming to the hood, yeah, you know, you need to let them know. Like, okay, like in what's the movie Denzel? American Gangster. When Frank Lucas crossed the bridge to New Jersey, and that police officer like, oh no, you came into our territory. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay when you get here. Now, you know what I'm saying? That officer telling him, you need to pay your toll when you get over here. We don't know what y'all doing over there in New York City, but when you get to New Jersey, you gotta pay the fare over here. You know what I mean? So everybody has their own way of looking at it.
So as soon as they get into and fro, they gotta pay you.
I mean, they pay before they get into to and fro.
Oh, so to and fro to check in.
No, we ain't checking in. We just checking out. Man,
I feel you. So speaking of that, it seems like in Canaan, they're having a check-in issue.
Oh yeah, but see, I don't think their issue is the check-in. I think the issue is again. See, that's about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That guy, you can't do no businesses in his town unless you paying that money. You know what I mean? And she is refusing to pay the fare.
So what do you think's gonna happen?
I think she's gonna try to comply, or it's gonna be some bloodshed.
Who do you think gonna die first, Lulu or the other dude, Marvin?
I think Lulu in a way, because Lulu is like more into the music. Like he ain't even worried about the business no more.
The problem with paying the tax or whatever he's charging is his tax can change. Like depending on how much he found out how much they're making or whatever like that. It might be you pay me this, and then change his mind and pay me this. So it's like I think that's the problem with them paying the tax because it could change.
Yeah, and then you get punked.
Yeah, you're getting punked because at the end of the day, this is a free country, and at the end of the day, we all doing wrong. You know, when it comes to the drug thing. Now, as far as when it comes to them rappers and all that type of stuff, so it was like back in the day, 2008. I want to say, I went to Jamaica. You know, I was young, so I didn't know what really was going on, but I went to Jamaica with my family. And you know, when we got to a certain part, the police pulled us over. They pulled over the van that we was in, and he told the driver that they got to collect that money. You know, so this is of course corrupt police. You got to pay that money. You coming across, you know, and we got to get that money from these U.S. people. So you know, anywhere you go, basically anybody's gonna make up any type of rule. So of course, it's up to you to now decide on how you gonna carry this thing. Are you gonna carry this thing as, forget y'all, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Now in a place like Jamaica, I ain't even gonna play with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play with them because who wants to be in Jamaican jail? You know?
Or they let you out in the middle of Kingston.
Right, something like that. Who wants to do? You know?
Have you been to Cali?
Have I been to Cali?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, my biological father lives out in San Diego.
Oh, that's what's up. Kathy,
I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to Disneyland and Los Angeles too.
Okay.
Los Angeles, the home of the homeless.
So do you feel like women don't have to check in?
I never heard. First of all, this only goes on in the rap world. I never heard of an R&B artist having to check in to another town.
Yeah. You think Cardi B has to check in?
I don't think so.
She claims blood.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
See, and that's the thing, right? Like, I'm giving this gang mad notoriety. I make this gang look cool. You know what I'm saying? Why are you gonna charge me when I'm doing y'all the favor almost? Oh, you have two Cathys. Okay. But like, yo, I make everybody on the streets want to be part of your gang. Like Snoop. I mean, I guess he live out there, so he pay a different type of tax.
Snoop, everything is different. Like, I think that he has some type of past. You know, Snoop has been through a lot. You know, and I feel like Snoop has a past. So therefore, I feel like he's all right in the world, as they may say. You know,
he's the most famous Crip.
Yeah, he ain't got to worry about too much. You know, this is Snoop Dogg.
Who's the most famous blood you know of?
Most famous blood? I don't know. YG? I mean, shit, I don't
YG
know.
over the game?
I mean, hey, fuck them both.
Oh, and then you got Lil Wayne. Maybe, kinda, sorta.
Oh, yeah,
Who really knows?
You know, the guys, they was, first they was claiming Crip, so who knows?
All right, well, I guess enough with the gang talk. The sad thing that happened this week is this man PNB Rock was with his family at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, eating with his family. I guess they try to say the girlfriend was sharing the location, and he ran up into Roscoe's and basically killed that man for his chain. I guess he didn't want to give up his chain.
And what is a chain? Like, I mean, I haven't worn my chain since I had my hip surgery. I ain't put no chains back on.
Yeah.
But what is a chain? When you look at a chain, do you feel like it's a part of your image, a part of your body? What do you feel a chain is? Like, I don't feel like I should be ready to die for a chain.
It might be the cost of it, but also these kids are young. Us as older people, I'll be like, man, fuck that chain. Shit was fake anyway.
Is it the cost of it or is it the respect?
It's the respect. Because if my thing is, if I'm a celebrity, why don't I have insurance on this chain?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how things go in that world.
But he's not even a gangster rapper.
Exactly, but he has money. You know, he got a couple dollars. He might not got the big money like, all these other big rappers. But he has he got money that somebody would think that they're gonna run down on for. But,
and he was icy that day. Extra. Why? Like that.
To go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. I mean, I don't know what else they was doing, but what was the point?
Roscoe's Chickens and Waffles is a sweatsuit place. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a sweatsuit, no chain.
I just don't understand. Like, so I have the chain now. I've murdered this guy, and I have the chain. What now can I do with this chain? Who wants this blood on chain? Who wants that chain now?
I mean, that's how the chain originated, from conflict diamonds. People already died over that chain a long time ago.
Right, but who wants that chain now? You can't take that shit to a pawn shop.
You got melted down.
Man, I ain't got time. Like, that's crazy. You done killed somebody.
Yeah.
And once they catch one, the other going fold and tell.
And everybody who touched that chain getting it.
Right. So, and if that man has a big homie, now I'm gonna be looking for that chain. Like I don't know if you heard, Mike Tyson has a podcast. Warren G was on the podcast, and he was talking about the day that I guess Suge and a couple of affiliates from Death Row was basically ready to kill him. He's talking to some associates in the studio. They kept on calling for Warren to come back. Kept on calling about 3 times. He finally went back to the room. They shut the door, and this guy just came out of this secret door. And basically some type of yes about some girl, and they snatched Warren's chain. So somebody came in the room who knew Warren, and they got out the room. He got out the room, and next thing you know, when he finally got to his destination, when he finally found out that Dre, which is his brother, isn't with Death Row anymore, he said, they were gonna kill that man. But his big homie called over to the studio like, I need that chain to come out that building within 5 minutes. So, it's always somebody who's bigger than the next person. So you took this man life, you took this man's chain. You can never wear this chain on the block. You can't wear this chain to no concert, no nothing.
It was a waste.
Right. But at the same time, and you can't just say, the guy PNB, he's 30 years old. You should know better. Here go the chain, brother. Now, however it might have escalated real quick, if I see somebody running in there, I'm taking everything off. Here you go. Here you go. That's just me and my mind frame. Like, even when I have my chains on, I don't never wear my chains out. It don't never be over my shirt. I know what I got on, so I don't need to display it. And I know it's all about a display type of situation. But what do I need to display and show in case and blah, 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 blah for? But as a 30-year-old gentleman, this guy should have said, you know what, y'all? Here you go. You got it. Because I got 2 kids that I need to go home and see. You know what I'm saying?
So,
go ahead.
If you got robbed in front of your girlfriend,
I wouldn't give a goddamn. That's my girlfriend, but that's another human being. I need to go home for me and my kids.
Yeah.
And if she feel like I'm some type of sucker because I handed over all my stuff, I don't need to be with her anyways. What am I proving to her? 30 years old.
I get it. Pastor. Pastor, if you run up on him on the red light and keep staring, he gonna let it go. So I know Pastor ain't getting robbed.
Man, sometimes people gotta think, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta think about life. They gotta think about life and what is more important. You got all these kids out here killing other kids, and what are you showing? Thank you. What are you showing? That I'm about to be in jail, and I got to show now who's tough over the jail? What you showing? I done killed one, so therefore one is dead, one family mourning that family, and the other family is basically mourning the other kid because he's now in jail. And
it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose. So, and I wanted to ask a question because it's a guy named I think Arnold Armstrong or something Armstrong. He comes on Fox 45 as their analyst or whatever. So he said something to me that was very touching, and it offended me the other morning.
He said it to you?
Well, not to me personally.
I'm about to say, you big time, homie.
Not to me personally, but I'm watching the news. And he feels like children who are raised without a father are the ones that's out here really being the knuckleheads.
Not necessarily.
And I said to myself, This is some BS because a mother and father raising a child does not mean that the child will in turn out to be a perfect child. Most of the guys who I grew up with, all of them was raised in a single mother household. You know what I'm saying? And I never seen one of them go through any type of bad situation, especially as no adult or no, even no childhood, in the childhood. I never seen it. So I feel like, that statement that man made is incorrect. A child, which then turns into an adult who's out here still doing wrong, is doing these things because they want to. They choose to. They choose to live the life that they live in. If a child goes out into the house, goes out the household, and they might not have the gun in the household, but they might have the gun hidden outside. How does the parent check a child if they don't know where the gun is, the weapon is, whatever? You know what I'm saying? If they don't know where the drugs is. If you're looking for drugs and guns and it's not in your house, and you thinking that my child is coming home perfectly every day, everything is all good.
And you wondering why they got the mashed potatoes under the bed?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's be real about these situations.
Yo, raising a child, no matter how many people in the house, is hard.
Exactly.
You never know what they really think.
There, if it's a lone single father, a single mother, it doesn't matter who it is.
It's a roll of the
dice. A child. If the child is not strong-headed, the child is going to be whoever they want to be.
It's a roll of the dice.
So,
it's a roll of the dice.
Right.
Everything
so
that
we have. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was about to say, everything that you think matters don't matter. It don't matter if you was raised in Baltimore, if you was raised in Columbia, if you was raised in Boston, or you was raised in Maine.
Right. It don't matter.
Whatever side the kid chooses to fall on, that's where he's going to fall.
Yeah.
Until he's in the mind ready to be a good part of society.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many children out here who, I'm telling you, they want to be hood so bad. They want to be hood so bad until you show them the hood. And they like, damn, I can't live like this.
Well, and you also, Hutch and Six, you also have kids that they feel like they gotta prove a point. And so in proving their point, they do things thinking that it's going to be, glamified or they're going to get some kind of notoriety. And you also have adults who kind of put that on kids that they say, well, you know what, you're not going to be anything, or the adult, they don't measure up in that adult's eyesight until they do something.
What about that father who told his son, you about to be a punk, you a punk?
And that's what I'm talking about. Something like that. It's some men who don't feel that their son are manly enough because he hasn't done something what they consider as vicious or something that represents some kind of token of manhood. They haven't gotten into a fight. Or you can hear that father saying, oh, he's soft, he's soft, he's soft.
And over the summertime when they had that little challenge, I guess you're gonna call it a challenge, when they had the kid, the parent or the guardian running in the house like, such and such want to fight me, and they got a kid your size. What you gonna do? And you had so many kids that was like, oh yeah, I'm with that. Why would you put your child in situations where they will have to fight with the parent?
Because your mind not right. At that age and that time, your mind not right. You're not thinking as a leader. You think it as a follower of stupidity.
Right.
You're not the head of the household. You can't hold down a family when you don't see the bigger picture.
And it's just so crazy because I'm just thinking like, we got a situation again with another rapper, not a singer, not a country singer, not a, you know what I'm saying? None of them type people. And it's so crazy because you got these people like Burna Boy and DeVito. I think they come from gangster places in Nigeria. But do you see them have problems? Do you see a Caribbean artist, a reggae artist have problems? No.
I mean, they hold a flag for their whole country.
They got no problem. Did you ever see Wyclef have problems?
I mean, he stole all the money, though.
Huh?
He stole the money, though.
Outside of that, do you see them have problems?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is this. Pop Smoke, location share. This guy, location share. Another guy in Atlanta, a location share. When do you decide, even athletes, when do you decide when you quote unquote have the bag, as they say these days? It's time to give it up. If my homeboys don't want to give it up, so be it. But when do we say, as an adult, I got the bag, it's time to give it up? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. And even that pastor, because we ain't gonna leave them folk out there too, that guy in Brooklyn. You doing all that. When do you say, I got enough, so I don't got to show up, or I ain't got to be this person? I can just be regular. Or because you've done so much in life that you can never be regular anymore. You know what I'm saying? Is it because I might have killed somebody, or I might have stole so many drugs or whatever, that I can't just be regular no more? I can't just sit at the house no more. You know what I mean? I can't just hang with my family no more because I always got to be on the guard. I always got to be on the lookout, and I always got to portray this person. At what point in time do we say it's okay to not be that person no more?
Get that job.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
Get a legal hustle. Be your own boss.
But I don't understand, like, even with that, it's so many dudes that I've seen come out the prison system and they doing well for themselves, but they got like a little pinky toe still in that dirt because they feel like they can't, I guess, let it go. And I don't understand, why can't you let it go? What is it?
They think it's boring to sit in that big old house.
And you're absolutely right, because in having conversation with some of those type of individuals, they find life to be boring just to go to work, come home, and relax. If they don't have some type of drama going on, whether or not it's street drama or whether or not they are creating drama, then life is boring to them.
That's a mental illness.
So therefore, I see my father, I see my uncles, I see my brothers, people dying, people going to jail. I'm seeing all this stuff, but yet I can't tell my child, my son, yo, it's okay for you not to do what I'm doing. It's okay. Yo, it's so crazy because I see guys who be in the street. They be in the street. And it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. They taking their kids to school. But what are you telling your kid when I drop you off to school and I'm outside? What if I don't make it back to pick them up from school now?
Yeah, I think
nobody thinks about the end. Go ahead, Pastor.
I think the problem is that even if they're telling them they don't have to do this, like you said, if they see what they're doing, their actions are speaking louder than their words.
They seen it all. You know what I'm saying? You remember again in American Gangster when the nephew didn't want to go play baseball. He got him an interview for the Yankees. He didn't want to play baseball. He wanted to be in the family business.
Yep.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
He turned down the pros for that.
Turn down the pros. Turn down the pros.
Legal money. Legal legit money.
You know what I mean?
To do what Uncle Frank was doing.
Yeah, people want that fast money.
To do what Uncle Frank was doing for it to all fall down.
Mm.
And not to say that it's no drug dealer out there who's retired and living a legitimate life. But why do I need to risk that though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I risked all my life outside on the block to in turn now I'm a retire. I was listening to a guy yesterday, and he was like basically a rapper. I think he's from Baltimore. And he's like, yo, I can't give up on this. Many people have died. Many people have went to jail behind this. So now he can't give up on his rap career.
Well, at a certain point, you age out.
You age out, especially if you ain't make it.
Yeah.
So something is still funding it. So you still are living a life of crime. You know what I'm saying? And God bless Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He's as he said, he's a retired drug dealer. And I feel like he's giving the wrong message as well. But everybody don't have that opportunity. Everybody can't live that life.
Well, it ain't cool to be gangster no more. It's cool to be smart, fuck bitches, and get money. But anyways,
yeah. But see, like I said before, right? Like I said before, when you're dealing with kids on a daily basis, it's sad. But some of these kids I look at like, yo, are they gonna make it past 16? Are they gonna make it to see 21? Are they gonna make it?
Maybe not. So Hutch, let's say you made it to be famous. Hutch done made it, and I talked to you. I got a couple of answers to ask you about your life, and then I say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and create a movie based upon your life. Would you be upset?
And I don't get no credit for it?
Zero. Nothing. Huh?
Yes, I'm gonna be upset very much. How you create about my life and I don't get no credit?
Do you feel like that's illegal?
Is it illegal? No, it's not illegal.
It's not.
Because and I don't know why I'm bringing up American Gangster so much today. But as damn, I forgot his name.
Frank Lucas
came into the club. Nicky Barnes. Nicky Barnes came in and he was selling Blue Magic. Frank was like, "You infringing on my name." And he said, "I don't give a damn if you name it Blue Dog shit." You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not illegal, because who's to say that you can't tell the Hutch story without saying it's the Butch story?
Yeah,
it's the Lutch story.
legally, you can even say the name. So something that recently happened, and it happened to 2 people recently, is Candy from Escape came out and said, hey, she's mad at the dude Carlos, whatever his name is, who does Huntsville, because that dude went and stole her life story, stole the escape story, made a movie about it, got his paper, and didn't ask her no questions, and they was cool. Didn't even tell her that they was doing it. So recently, she's speaking out on that, and she's pretty upset. And the same thing happened to Mike Tyson. So that Hulu documentary, Mike Tyson gets no credit. Nobody asked him about it. He gets no money from it. So he's upset.
As he should be.
So,
as he should be. But like you said, it's not illegal.
It's not. That's why you should just tell me to tell the story.
Huh?
I'll just tell your story. I'm calling it 2 and 4.
But it's always the real story. That's why Mike was like, this ain't even my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't his life.
Well, he needs to put out the real story. Do you think people care the real story versus the good story?
No.
Not really. As long as you keep their attention.
It's all entertainment.
It sounds like Mike just gonna take an L on that one.
I think so.
It's crazy watching somebody on the screen telling your life and this person acting like he you. So Kathy, in the Shop Podcast movie, who do you want to play you?
Oh wow. Who do I have to pick from? Who's my choice? One of you all or one of our
a famous person.
A famous person.
What the hell happened?
Well, yeah, what happened?
Oh.
You gotta be realistic.
Well, this person isn't an actress, but I think that as far as like having a lot of guts and not really caring about what people think, and very transparent about things, I would like Jennifer Hudson. I would have her represent me.
Okay. Hutch. Who's gonna play the role of Hutch in the movie?
Well, I think any heavy set, bald head, dark skinned guy with a beard will easily be able to play it. So
name one.
They all say we look alike.
Pastor, who you getting in the movie?
They always say that that young guy from the Bernie Mac show look like me or whatever. So
the look dude.
Jordan. Jordan
look like you?
Yeah.
In my head, I want to say Drake, but I think I'm gonna go with Anthony Anderson.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm going with Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, okay. I can see Anthony Anderson.
And I can see Jordan for you too, Pastor.
I can see Rock Dutton playing Hutch.
Rock Dutton ain't got no.
Are you talking
beard.
about the rock dude from Baltimore thing?
Yeah.
Rock beard?
He don't got no beard?
No.
Oh, all right.
But he could grow one for the purpose.
I guess it's gonna be Rick Ross then.
No. Absolutely not.
Come on, guys.
I can see DJ Khaled.
Playing who?
You. But they would have to put some they had to.
Don't say it. We'll get canceled. Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't put him in blackface. That's messed up.
Right.
Rick Ross was closer. I'm sorry.
Nah. My man from Juice. They give him a bid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good for him.
Oh, he talking about Steel?
Only people in Juice.
He talking about Steel?
Yeah, Steel.
Yeah, Steel.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, anybody been watching anything this week?
Nothing's new on because
we watching Raising Canaan. We all the way caught up on Raising Canaan.
What'd you say, Hutch?
I said I caught up on the cleaning lady.
I ain't seen that, but what is your thoughts on last week's Kanan?
Yo, she wants him to be just in the family, and I don't think he wants to do that. Well, we know how he ends up, but he don't want to. He wants to live his own life, and she wants to force this upon him.
Yeah, she messy as hell. I can see her dying this season though.
He wild for stealing money from them to give the famous or whatever. That's crazy.
I mean, but that's like stealing money from your mama when you a kid. Shit happens all the time.
I guess.
I mean, I think he's from the family. I mean, he's also selling drugs too. So I mean, I don't know.
I feel like Famous gonna snitch. I feel like he gonna have to kill Famous.
He might have to take Famous out.
And everybody waiting to see who Breeze is.
Breeze. Remind me.
Yeah. So Breeze is the person who taught Kanan the game, and more so, and Kanan ends up working for Breeze, and that's when he meets Tommy and Ghost.
Oh yeah, well I want to know when he gonna meet Ghost.
I mean, it's got to be within maybe the next season or two. You know that shit only be lasting like 6 seasons. They need to speed it up.
And then when does Witchicom become a cop?
I think she's starting to fall into place now. You know, going to church, and you know, she done met her mother. I think she's going to turn now.
She still got ties with that female cop too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's starting to take its toll on her. But yo, did you see what I posted in the shop of her?
Nah,
on the Facebook?
What happened?
She was looking real nice, dressed up and everything, dolled up.
I don't know, man. I need to see it.
Look on the group page.
I'm gonna look at it. But speaking of, I don't know if y'all follow Young Miami.
Young Miami?
Yeah. She been posting some shit.
I seen her post something the other day with her walking down the joint with her ass or some shit she was doing.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't have any thirst traps for you, Kathy.
I was gonna say, y'all just forget all about that. You know, I'm here because this sexist conversation.
It's not sexist. It's just what males talk about.
The shit that she. But see, like my thing with her is Young Miami. How does a man take her seriously? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I think Harvey posted something in the group, and about a woman, like I guess she had like these boy shorts on or whatever case may be, and it was like, would you want your woman to be around your male friends like this? Obviously not. Why would I want my woman in her boy shorts, booty shorts, whatever, around my homeboys? You know what I'm saying? Like with my Young Miami, you letting it all hang out. You ain't leaving nothing for the imagination. Like, why would I want to? You know what I'm saying? Wife her up.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that, right? You said that, Hutch, but do you find it the same in the same case scenario when women are like going on all of these like vacation excursions and they're letting it all hang out? Like, I just use this as an example. Huh?
If you're at the beach, it's different, but I know a lot of I don't want to say regular, but you know, I want to say a lot of women who I know who wear cover-ups. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't wearing no thong bikini or nothing like that. They wearing regular bathing suits with some cover-ups. They got them little pants joints, them swim pants things, all that. You know, but what I'm saying is, why will my woman be exposed that way? You know, I don't think that woman. I mean, I don't know if she with Diddy or with another man, but she doing all that. You walking down the hall or wherever you was, and you making you pulling your ass up. You doing all this extra shit to your ass. Why? Okay, you bought it. It's there. We know it's there. But why you got to be extra with it?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I just think that sometimes that women, in their opinion, you know, and the sisters probably shoot me after I say this, but I just feel like I feel like that some women don't know the difference between sexy and classy, or that you can be sexy and classy at the same time.
You're absolutely right.
I really
What's
think
the difference, Kathy?
What? A being, because when you classy and sexy, you can have on something that may accent your figure, but also leaves enough for the imagination. And when you walk into the room, someone will be like, wow, that's really nice, or she looks really nice in that dress. Versus you come in the room and all of this is hanging out. As a woman, for me, even if I did myself have the bombshell shape, and I don't find it appealing. And a lot of men who they think find it appealing don't find it appealing either, to see a woman coming in there with all of her breasts hanging out and all of her ass hanging out.
So that's interesting you say that. So when I sing Honk with Jesus, I felt like Regina, whatever her name is,
Regina King.
Yeah, in that movie, she was Hall. My bad, not Regina King. But
Regina Hall. Okay.
She was extremely classy, and it looked wonderful. But you got to know how to do it, because most men, I mean, a lot of men, if I see a titty, I'm gonna look at a titty. I'm sorry.
Right.
Right, but then you can look at it. It's not. I'm not saying that you can't look at it sex, but it's like how you look at it is what I'm saying. Like, you could have a woman that could come in with this nice, nice dress on, nice pantsuit, or however you want, and it could really accent her breasts, and you can get a full vision.
Word.
Yeah, word. You could. And then, you can get a full vision, because whatever that outfit is, it really accents and it shows everything you need to see. Versus what it look like for a guy, and I'm just thinking, like, if I ever put myself in a male's position, I wouldn't want to see no woman coming in with a pantsuit or a dress suit that's just straight long V cut, and her boobs look like they down to her knees. That would be a turn off to me.
Yeah.
Or she got all of these stretch marks.
Maybe in her 30s. In the 40s, my 40s, some shit can slide. I'm like, oh, stretch marks and shit.
Okay. I mean, that's your opinion.
Some stretch marks that be on them fat asses. What you mean? Shit.
But see, like I say, y'all find it appealing.
I ain't saying that I find it appealing. It's more everyday-ish. It's more reality.
It's more reality.
Okay. Just like cellulites. In a young man's game, you'd be like, oh, she got some cellulite. But in a 40-year-old man, you'd be like, it just come with the territory.
Okay, well then if that's the case, then why you got all of these old heads chasing young girls then? If they accept that concept.
They ain't chasing the cellulite or the whatever, the stretch mark. They chasing them because they young. They want that fresh thing.
Okay.
So when you look at an older male, what things might be bad to the world, but you're okay with letting slide?
From an older male?
Yeah, from a male our age and the better.
I'm okay with. I think that a guy with a mixture of salt and pepper hair and it's nicely trimmed, I find that very sexy and appealing. Versus a guy who may be, younger, but his, I don't know, say he got braids and his braids are so untidy. He's the older guy with the salt and pepper, nice haircut, manicure will catch my attention before the younger guy.
What about grazing
So
your
what's
beard?
so crazy though? Not to cut y'all off. What's so crazy is a lot of you older, seasoned women. Let me say seasoned women. Y'all want these young men so they can beat it up. Y'all ain't talking about no old head. They looking at these young men for the sexual attraction.
But
what is a young man? I mean, an old man looking at a young woman for? They looking at that young woman so that young woman can jump on them, because we know that a lot of older women, they ain't doing too much jumping. Oh, my knee hurt. Oh, my back hurt. I can't get up on that thing. Blah 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 blah.
Like
so the old head,
she can't
the
do
old
it.
head is looking at the young girl because they ain't got to worry about if she come into the room half dressed, because she don't want the man looking at her whole body. Young girl just gonna get in there, boom, 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 get that money and be out the door. An old woman is gonna look at a young guy so he can beat it up, and they go about their business.
Do you know that a lot of them, whether or not newsflash, there are a lot of young guys who cannot perform sexually.
You're absolutely right. That. But in society has it as these young guys and these young girls is out here fucking like crazy. That's what society has.
Mm-hmm. So, Kathy, would you take a man with a belly?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it 100. No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna keep it 100. No.
No belly.
No belly.
Okay. What if he got grays in his pubic?
What's wrong with a belly? What's wrong with a belly? What the fuck is wrong with a belly?
I said that just to get you and six on y'all rockets, because I knew that y'all would have so much to say.
What's wrong with a belly?
I just asked a question.
No, seriously. All right, let me stop playing. It doesn't matter, because whether or not, because even a guy without a belly, one with a belly, it's all about how they know how to handle their stuff. The only thing I have sometime, and this is not to you, to my fellow co-hosts, because I love you dearly, it's not to you, because I've never seen you do this. I just don't like the guys with the belly who, I don't know if they don't want to pull their pants up on their belly. They got a problem with it. But
nobody when they pull their pants up on their belly, no boys.
But okay, well then maybe they not tightening their belt up. I don't know what it is, but I hate to see ass. That really gets on my nerves.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with ass. That just got to do with you ain't pulling your pants over your stomach. A lot of it's some women out there who won't pull their pants over their stomach.
But I'm saying I see it more in guys with a belly that they just refuse to tighten their belt up, and they want to wear their pants up like at the top of their hips, and every time they bend over, you see crack.
Okay, what about a dude who misses some teeth?
Would I have a problem with it?
Mm-hmm.
No, because that's something that's, I mean, it's all of that stuff like that is what I consider as materialistic. Because he missing teeth here, there, he can always get them fixed, or he cannot get it fixed. It's it's his choice.
Okay. So, does it matter to you if a dude pops a pill to do it to you?
Do it to you. My man said, do it to you.
I will say the wrong word.
Do it to you.
Well, ED is real. Erectile dysfunction is real in all age categories, and whether or not I like it or not, it's probably relevant that at some point that, you know, as I get older, if I continue to be sexually active, that the man that I'm sexually active with will be probably popping a pill. And it's about whether or not he pop it in front of me or behind me. But I'd rather for him to be transparent and take it in front of me than to.
Why would you want that man to take that pill in front of you?
Because I think if he don't take it in front of me and he takes it behind me, and then I stumble across it and I find out that he got an ED problem and he ain't shared with me, I'm gonna be pissed off.
So, have you been in that situation yet?
What, knowing somebody that had that with somebody ED? No.
Being sexually active with somebody who had it?
No. But I have people, I have girlfriends that tell me about it, and they tell me that, you know, a lot of times that it's an issue because some of the guys are like unrealistic about it and they don't want to go get help. They won't go to a doctor, or they'll come with it, I don't want to take pills, or they come with a whole bunch of like insults that it insults their manhood if they got to do something about it to be sexually active. So they rather pass it off or be passive aggressive about it than do something about it. And if I was them in their situation, I had to keep quiet because I'm ready to tell them, F him. Tell him go about his business. Hold his dick in his hand and keep it moving.
You know what's so crazy that you brought this up? So I was listening to a story today, and this woman rode into said station and wanted help. So basically, her husband was with her during her time that she had cancer. Now, her husband has been diagnosed with ED, and she is ready to move on from her husband and, you know, get some D. You know, and it's so crazy that she ain't willing to work with him because he can't perform, or he has no remedy on, you know, his problem. And, you know, for you, Kathy, you saying you would like the person to say it or take it in front of you, but that might be a problem too because if he is already having an issue with this situation, do you think that he will want to now take it in front of you?
So I mean, think about it that, you know, if he's confident in his manhood, doesn't matter if he take it in front of me, behind me, or what. Does it really matter?
I don't know if it's about manhood at that point in time. I think that's more about embarrassment.
Yeah, it would hurt your pride.
Yeah. So now I gotta tell my woman that, you know, and what if y'all ain't married? And what if y'all was just fucking around? You know, and y'all just fucking around. So now I'm telling this person who's just my jump off or whatever the case may be, yeah, I got ED.
Well, y'all shouldn't be having no conversations. Just straight dick and she out.
You know what I'm saying? But if you can't get hard, I gotta explain what's you know what's that?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so what it look like, you know, from a woman perspective? I'm gonna go harder on a man. I'm just being real. I'm gonna be harder on a guy if he's hiding his ED and we laying in the bed and we getting stupid busy on other ends, and all of a sudden I'm ready and he's like, oh, what? You know what? No penetration. And he, you know, and I'm wondering why he keep on stalling and procrastinating. I'm gonna be more upset than I'm gonna come at him real negative. Then if he's telling me, oh, well, you know, I can't perform because I got ED, I'm gonna feel like he wastes my time.
So you just want to take off the break, even if it's a jump off. He got problems.
Yeah, he gonna get the tongue lashing from hell.
What if he gave you the tongue lashing from hell?
For what? What are you gonna give me a tongue lashing for?
Just think about what I said.
Yeah, well, guess what? If he keeps stalling and he keep on wanting to stay downtown, I'm gonna have a problem with it. He better come uptown and come correct, or else he getting all of this.
Daddy want the D. She just don't want no head.
Yeah, I want the full damn package. Because after a while, the head gonna get boring to me. And that's just, and anybody that say I'm satisfied with them just giving me head, as a woman, I'm gonna say you're not really being honest with yourself, because it's only at some certain point you're gonna be done with that. It's okay for like a 5-minute jump off or a quickie or something like that, but at the point that quickie gonna get tired, and you gonna really want you want to be penetrated, and that's it, and that's all.
Yeah, you want that fun in the set,
Pastor.
Remember, he's a married man.
I mean, I'm just asking hypothetically. He ain't answer, so I don't know if you're around or not.
What's up?
I mean, I'm just saying, just like, what if your woman couldn't? What if your woman was dry?
I didn't answer what?
Oh, you didn't answer me. So, question: would you have an issue popping an ED pill in front of your wife, or would you prefer to do it like by yourself?
I don't see how this relates to me.
What?
I mean, at some time it might.
What do you mean? What, Hutch? I don't need one, so it don't relate to me.
That's why he said hypothetically.
Oh.
And in about 20 more years, you might need one.
Hypothetically, I agree with this Sharp lady, because I don't have to hide nothing from my wife, so she would know about it already.
That's for the married folks, which is all good. You know what I'm saying? Because when you married, you supposed to, first of all, your wife should be going to the doctor with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what wives and husbands and all that stuff do. But if I got me a little girlfriend or a little jump off, whatever, I ain't telling her I'm popping some pills. I'm popping them.
She gonna tell everybody.
Huh?
She gonna tell everybody.
Yeah. I'm at the gas station pill joint. I got Cialis or Viagra. I'm not about to tell no jump off that.
Why would you have a problem with it? Because you should
be my jump off.
Okay, but she your jump off, right? But in the same breath of being a jump off, so let me ask you this before I even get to that question. As somebody is your jump off, do you trust them sexually?
Well, that's a hard one.
Trust sexually. That just got something to do with, I'm not about to tell you here and tell you my business.
Okay, so the jump off that's just straight what they are. They need to know no information about you. Everything else, everything other than how your dick feel is classified.
That's right.
Okay. And what my dinner order is.
No, you ain't gotta have my dinner order.
Hutch got late.
I mean, and I just asked because some people have a different type of relationship with their jump off.
Okay, I don't know if you about the Canaan joint, but you see the officer, like I feel like he doing too much. You paying the broad and you telling her your business. That ain't cool to me.
That's what I say. Some people got different relationships with their jump off. Some people are like you. They, a jump off is just a jump off. The only thing she gonna know is y'all said the dental order and what your dick feel like. That's it. But then you got some people who are their jump off know a little bit more, and maybe they shouldn't be classified as a jump off. Maybe they should have a different category for them.
My friend. That's my friend.
Either way, man or woman, that ain't your jump off then. Because now we telling each other a little bit more extra stuff. I'm giving you Christmas gifts, and I'm giving you this, that, and third.
Okay, so what's the in between the jump off and the is that the wifey? Is the wifey the one that know a little bit of business about you?
Wifey know a lot.
Wifey is like your girlfriend.
Okay.
I think we got away from a very important question here. All right, Kathy.
Here you go. This
That's
guy
right.
here.
I got to get it back now.
This
All
guy
right,
here.
All right, Kathy. So you got a little problem downstairs. And before the man go to do what he about to do, you gotta throw some motor oil on that jump. Get it revved up. Are you putting the motor oil on in front of him, or are you gonna just do it on the low?
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna make it fun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him the motor oil and tell him I need him to help me out, and I'm gonna make it fun for him.
Are you a mechanic?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, give me the tune up.
But you telling this man, help me out a little bit. Don't you think that's gonna be a turn off to the man? Like, damn, this woman can't even get wet.
Nope, not if you do it right.
So
there's a secret to every madness.
Right, but see, my thing is this. Every time, though, what if we in the kitchen, or what if we in the bathroom or whatever, and I just want to throw that thing in you? Now I gotta sit here and wait for you to.
Okay, but I'm gonna keep it. I don't know about everybody else, but from a woman's perspective, if unless you giving me a little bit of foreplay before you know that, every woman is dry. And if the woman walking around wet all damn day,
hell no. No. It's some women you can touch down and that thing be wet like Niagara.
Right, but there's something going on
without the foreplay.
There's something going on. And when they're saying a woman don't need
going on, that's bad.
Okay, all right. So look at this.
Check this out.
Check this out. Check this out, Hutch and Six and Pastor. Right, as a woman, right, you could sit there and be thinking about a man and think about him penetrating you and get wet by yourself without him touching you. But it got to be like, I'm just saying that there has to be some kind of sexual stimulation going on in order for you to be wet. That it's not natural for people to just be walking around wet like Niagara Falls all damn day.
There's some women that be wet all day.
That's because they're having some type of sexual stimulation going on, whether it be in their mind, they're thinking about it, whether or not they feeling that kind of way. Because sometimes
we need a survey. We need a survey on the post.
Put a survey, put a post, because it's just like how you wake up. If you wake up in the morning and that's the first thing on your damn mind. And if it's on your mind and you thinking about it all day long, you're going to stay wet all damn day.
All I'm saying to you is, and I ain't saying you got the issue. All I'm saying to you is, if I come to you and I'm just trying to throw that thing in there, I shouldn't have to give you what you say, Six? An oil change.
And you wouldn't have to give me an oil change, because if I'm sexually attracted to you, just looking at you, I'm gonna want you. So that's enough.
Some women is just dry.
Well, guess what? I don't know none of them sisters.
But at some age,
it's so crazy how when we had the ED talk, that's okay, that's normal. But you telling me ain't no sisters that is just dry.
I'm not saying that there aren't some out, but I don't know them. But yeah, it might be a category with some sisters. I do know it's true, because they do show commercials of women who've lost their libido and they need help with it. So they do got a libido pill out there too.
So fellas, well, I know Pastor ain't gonna answer. So Six, let me say before your marriage days, because I know you know how you gonna do. Would you mess with a woman that had that desert and they just couldn't get out the desert? Oh, 6 ain't it?
He put his thinking cap on. Pastor,
Yeah, what's up?
you heard what he hit you with. He's saying
Yeah.
if you met a woman that was it in the desert, would you mess with them? And she said,
Didn't Shop Lady, didn't you say that all of them all drive before if you don't do nothing? If you don't do foreplay anything like that?
Well, my
No.
co-host said that ain't true. He said he meets Niagara Falls daily.
I need daily. All I'm saying is it's women out there who are dry. And that's just what it is, their body is.
But that's what I'm saying. If they not a little bit, slightly wet, it is something really, there is a medical problem because you should. I'm not
so that's what I'm saying. Would you mess with a woman that has that issue? Just like she obviously ain't messing with nobody who got that. Well, she got to pop the pill.
Maintenance here.
So, Six, would you mess with somebody, or would you have before you married who could not get moist? And I ain't talking about by you doing all this. Even if you was touching them and they still couldn't get moist, would you mess with them? Would you catch that rug burn?
I would catch some rug burn. I mean, I would definitely hit it up with some type of oil change. Now, the way as when I was younger, if I was retarded because I was thinking more about points. You know what I'm saying? So if we there and my dick hard, I'm gonna get my nut off. Now I have had a situation where it wasn't as wet as I would like, and that feeling is kind of a blower. And if you ain't got no type of lubricant, that's just a kind of a blower. But I'm gonna get my point off. So I guess to say I probably have messed with somebody who wasn't Dasani wet. Might be a little Sahara. But I mean, you don't know that really until you in the situation, and then if I'm in the situation, I gotta get my point off. Have you ever turned back from a situation?
No. But you don't think. No, I ain't never been in a situation. I mean, I turned back on.
No, he said, have you ever turned back?
Yeah, that was too bad.
What you mean turn back?
Like y'all, you
like this ain't for me.
No.
I have one time, and you might have known this situation a little bit. It's kind of funny. So I know. So it was with me and Tobias. Lived in an apartment. We had did a show in Baltimore and picked up these 3 Baltimore girls. And everybody was about to have something popping, right? Benji was acting like a fool, so he fucked his shit up. Man, I pulled down this girl's panties, and her shit was rocking. And that shit didn't happen. And the funny part about Tobias was the only one who was the hoodie. And the girl left her panties in the house, and we would run around with the panties on the stick, talking about smell this shit. That shit was funny as hell. But it was the night that I want to say Benji stole the big Armadale poster. I want to say that it was at Sonar or something, but yeah, that was probably the only time I really turned back. But it smelled so bad, like for real, it smelled bad. So he was like,
yeah, you could. I mean, I wouldn't go with it in them seas either.
Now, have you ever had I'm gonna call it like this? Have you ever had somebody that it was smelling okay and you were having sex with them and then it just came out like it was smelling horrible?
That it came out. No.
So this is what they'd be like. Oh, you made me come on my period. No, you knew you was about to come on your period.
Oh.
My mom, I was in there having a good time, and then it just felt like it smelled like the trash can and came out. I was like, "Whoa!" So that should fuck me up. I ain't gonna lie.
That period smelled like the trash can.
Yeah, but like she wasn't on her period when we started.
Right, so, but you're saying that when she discharged, it smelled like the garbage can.
Yes, it was.
I've never even known no. I mean, dry blood smells, but not wet blood.
Well, I don't know what happened, but that joint was rocking. It fucked me up for a long time.
You sure? Did you see it? Did you actually see it, or you sure she ain't slipped a number 2 in?
Nah, I don't think it was number 2 in. I was in it.
Okay. Can I throw a question out then? A sex question? Have any of y'all ever been in a situation where y'all are been intimate with somebody and they left skid marks on the sheets?
When you say skid marks, you mean number 2 marks or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Dog. Have you?
No, but someone told me about a story that happened, and the person ripped the sheets off their bed and threw them on the floor. And when they were picking them up and putting them, like, "Why you throw my sheets on the floor? Let me put them back in the bed." And the person was like wrestling with them, like, "No." And they found out that the reason why the person didn't want them to put the sheets back on the bed was because they had skid marks. They put skid marks all over the sheets.
I mean, that means you obviously ain't wipe your tail after you pooped. And then you scooting on the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I have in my younger days, prior to being married and all of that stuff, I have turned down because this guy smelled like who did it and why. His arms stink and his ass stink at the same time. It's like he took his clothes off. He was doing this and that at the same time, and all of the funk just came forward. And
so
I
how you play that off?
Huh?
How you play that off?
I didn't play it off at all. I told him that he stank and that I was gone and I left. See, I've always been a smart person. I think, whereas I let the other person unroll before I take my stuff off, so that if I gotta exit stage left, I can exit real quick.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So you let the person get undressed first?
All the time, yeah.
Why you can't get undressed together?
Because I just always think it's important to err on the side of safety, so that if they stink, that you can just leave, or if they got the short man complex too, you can leave it too.
Oh, if he got the short man complex, you leaving?
Hell yeah! Don't nobody want no small dick.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh, jeez. Did I open up a door?
Well, I have no door, but
we're gonna blame this on the boss. She left you today.
I can still handle it.
If you are about to engage with somebody, and because they pull out and they ain't to what you think, how you know that the person can't perform though?
Because I don't want to be at any parts of 4 inches or below. And I'm just being straight with it. I don't care how good his tongue game is. I don't care how good a kisser he is.
We're talking about dick. We ain't talking about.
And I'm saying that with his finger, any of that stuff, if he is a little man and he under 4 inches, it's nothing he can do. There's certain positions that he can't even get in because of that. He can't even work it from behind.
That's 4 inches of ass on you, huh?
Yeah, he can't. The 4 inches ain't gonna make it to the asshole, so he can't even do that. He can't. If he less than 4 inches, that means you can't lay on your side. None of that. So it restricts your ability to explore all positions. So he need to keep walking.
If he get naked and you see that he ain't got nothing for you, what you gonna do? It's like, oh, I gotta go, I got a call, I got an emergency.
No, pull your pants up because I'm out.
So, question. Let's say you spent all this time talking to this brother, you in love over the phone.
Well, see, and that's kind of like, and you could kind of, classify me or put me in an unusual category. But to me, when you talk about dating, that's them questions to me, them uncomfortable questions that you should be asking, because you should not waste your time. A quick test is, and this is a true fact that, this right here tell the penis size, the length, and it tells their shoe size, because your body is geometrically inclined.
Get the fuck out.
Mr. Moderator Randy, get on it and
get the fuck out of here.
So what is the arm?
Take your shoe off then, Hutch. Take your shoe off right now, brother, and put your shoe right here at the base of this and put it in and see don't that shoe fit.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll do it. Why don't you do it? Turn the camera on and do it.
Pastor, what about the arm?
Pastor, help me out.
What's up?
Can you demonstrate that I'm right as far as if you put your shoe?
See?
I think that shoe size is a bunch of fucking crock of shit.
That's why I'm asking the pastor to help me out, since you and Six won't do it.
Well, I can't help you if my camera don't come on.
Oh, I ain't know your camera.
Oh, you got the excuses.
No, I don't have excuses. My camera been on the whole time we've been having the thing.
Okay, well, Pastor, can you just put your shoe right there at the tip, the base of your wrist, and see if it meets up in the middle of your elbow?
Your should meet up to the
your fellow colleagues is saying that, I'm telling them that your body geometrically inclined, and that's how you can, without seeing certain things about people, what the dynamics look like.
So if your shoe should go to where?
Here. From here to here, your shoe should fit.
And if it doesn't, what does that mean?
Right.
It doesn't mean anything, but your body, that's how it's designed.
So how can you tell if a dude
you should go from my elbow to my wrist?
Right here. Can you see it, Pastor, or you can't see?
Yeah, I can see it.
Here to here, your shoe should fit in that space. And this to here is supposed to be the length of the penis. The tip of the middle finger to here. The tip, Six.
My tip, hold on.
The tip.
How about the tip?
Right to here. Left of the penis. So if the biology teacher is lying, that's the stuff that you learn in anatomy.
So the first thing you look at is his hand?
Yeah, I look at his hand. I look at this part. That's what I'm saying. A lot of when I meet up sometime with younger women and I kind of be mentoring them, and I'm like, it's things that you could determine and find out by a guy. You ain't got to ask them shit.
So when you meet up with them city girls, this is what they telling you?
What city girls?
The city girls you be meeting up with, talking to you. They be like, girl, check his hand size.
No, I learned this a long time ago. And I'm telling them, the younger girls that I'm mentoring, certain things that you can already determine about a guy without asking. You don't have to ask anything. You study them. You study their body. You learn the most by observation.
So what can you tell us about vagina? Like,
as far
is depending on how wide her hand is, does that mean how tight it's going to be?
No.
Oh, is there some scientific trick about that?
About the size of the clitoris and the size of the vulva?
Something. I mean, I want to learn something today.
Nobody want no big ass motherfucking clitoris.
No, they don't. They don't. And some women do. And some women do. And I actually, and this is a TMI moment, but I just so happened to be in the bathroom with a family member, and they were bending over because they were about to get in the bathtub, and I thought they had a set of balls on them. And I asked them, I said,
where your walls, girl?
yeah, I asked him. I said, I was like, I just gotta ask you, what is those things hanging from between your legs?
Why was you in the bathroom with them? Why they probably should take her?
I was in the bathroom, but I was in the bathroom by myself first, and they came in there while I was in there. They invaded me. I didn't invade them. They invaded me.
That's a little different.
Yeah, like I was literally sitting there minding my business, taking number one, and they felt like they couldn't wait, so they came and invaded me.
With their balls hanging out.
They took their clothes off and they bent over to turn the water on in the bathtub, and I was like, "What the?" And I wanted to ask them, did they have a sex change or something? And that's how low that their clitoris had the walls had dropped, and I was like, oh, they need to do some cackles real quick.
Well, I would like to thank you for today because we're gonna have a lot of quotables from this motherfucking session. Yeah. We're gonna make Kathy famous.
But like Hut said, on a serious tip, as a man, I would not want to be, sexually engaged with a woman that I felt like, I was falling and falling and falling and falling, and there was no end. And there are some women that, that their stuff has stretched out, whether or not it be the excessive sex or a lot of children and other things that cause, that the stretch. But you should always keep it tight and keep it real. That's why they got bridges and other kind of exercises that you should do.
So do you do your exercises often?
Hell yeah, every day.
What do you do? What's your regimen?
Four set of bridges.
What are bridges?
Where you tighten your butt like this and your growing muscles.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting.
All right.
Well, I know it's only 7:30, but does anybody else have anything they would like to talk about today?
Dang, we got it.
Nah, I'm just asking, man.
Well, we did have so we could do a little TV trivia. So anybody watch The Chi? The last episode of The Chi?
Well, when was the last episode? Because I'm confused on what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Episode 10.
No, I don't need the episode number. I'm just saying.
What happened?
Was the week before over with? That's it?
The week what?
The week before this Sunday. Was that it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then the season until the season starts again. So my question from that episode, what do you all feel about if your child comes to you and tell you that they wanted to be emancipated?
I think for him, I think he was just doing that because he was upset. And I feel like, matter of fact, happy National Parenting Day, FTK. But I feel like for parents, they have to listen to their children. If that young man is saying he's not selling drugs, when do you believe that he's not selling drugs? If that man is a gamer, and you know he's a gamer, why can't you believe him? Or why would you want to ruin his hobby or basically his job to come and look at what he's doing and just not believe that he's not a typical young man selling drugs? So I feel like he was upset. But if I had a child that was under 21 and wanted to be emancipated, first thing I would ask them is, how are you going to handle yourself? And if they got everything under control and they can give me a step-by-step play and know that they're going to be able to handle themselves and do the correct things for themselves, hey, no sweat off my back. Go ahead and do your thing. That's less mouth I got to. That's one less mouth I got to feed them.
Well, and I think like you said, let's go back to the whole thing. Like, one, I had an issue with that episode, and I had an issue with the episode because the person who was questioning, like, the mom, she's questioning her son's truthfulness, but what? last season, when she had her affair, she wanted Dre to believe that that was a one time. And she was like, like, why don't you believe me? Why don't you believe me? And she wanted to be trusted, but yet she was demonstrating the same thing to her son. She didn't even show him trust, but she wanted someone to show her trust, but she can't demonstrate the same thing.
Yeah.
So I had a whole issue with that.
Yeah, I feel like it must be
if a kid wants to be emancipated, I feel like it's a slap in the face, and they try to tell me that I ain't doing a good job as a parent.
But kids that talk, it's out of anger. It's either out of anger or some type of fake romance dream that somebody sold them. And oh yeah, come on, girl or guy, let's get married and we can be on our own and we can live on our own, blah 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 blah. Or a child was upset. So I'm about like when back in the day when kids used to run away. I ain't never heard no kid these days run away, but a child, I'm packing up. I hate you. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never feel like I didn't do my job as a parent, because even today, as having almost a 22-year-old, I still have to basically wipe your ass because of the shit that you fuck up with. Now I got to come be the cleanup person. So, you know what I'm saying? I would never feel, and you should never feel as a parent that you didn't do the job. A lot of these kids are very ungrateful and they are very, as you call it, privileged, or as they think they're supposed to be privileged. So you can't be upset when a child states that fact, state that state. Because half of them be on some bullshit anyways. And like I said, if you can give me a rundown on how you gonna run your life and how you gonna take care of yourself, at least for 2 years, then go ahead. If it look good, then go ahead. Hey, if we ain't got no beef, it's all good. But they're gonna come back to you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it for Kevin, it was like, he had to prove a point, like you said, and it was, he was speaking out of anger because he, never got to voice his opinion about things. But I definitely think that, that because he seems to be the character that doesn't like failure, that he's, he is going to move out and he probably will, survive.
And
Because
I
that's
about proving the point. I just feel like he's upset because you, mother, and you as my stepfolk are not believing in what I'm doing here.
right.
And if I'm telling you I'm not selling drugs, I feel like let me get my chance and let me if I'm not out here getting in trouble, you don't see me getting locked up and nothing like that, then let me prove that fact to you instead of you being all in my business. This is my job or whatever it's gonna be. You ain't gonna go up to McDonald's and going to be on the job with me.
Yeah. So my little feline is being upset because she hears dogs barking, so she was.
Oh, because she my dogs? Oh, my bad.
She throwing all kind of fits over here.
Too
Now,
funny.
let me ask y'all a question. Since we talking about the Shy, how do you feel about Tiffany's character or Tiff's character? Do you feel like that she's just looking for some type of love, or do you feel like that she just wasn't happy with her marriage, and once she started to see that her ex-husband was doing the right things, was she jealous, or what do you think about Tiff? It's like she just was running from dick to dick.
I don't know.
I think she's searching for love. I think she's searching for love, and I think that in her search that she's easily bored. So I don't think this is the last one. Even though she's trying to make him feel like he's the one, and he's husband material. He's just another one of her fads.
So you don't watch the show 6?
But I do have a small issue. So my battery on my laptop is going to run out at some time. So somebody's going to have to end the broadcast if my battery dies.
Oh, well, we can go ahead and end it. I mean, I don't know, Pastor.
Pastor, you want to take us there?
I just got one thing to say real quick. Can y'all watch at least one episode of the game show Bullshit on Netflix?
Yes, I will.
I would like to play it. And can we go around? Who do you think out of our group is the best bullshitter?
The one that's talking?
Huh?
The
You
one
think I'm
that's
the best bullshitter?
Mm-hmm.
I'll accept that. What about you, Kathy?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna call him.
Who's the best bullshitter?
Yeah, I mean it's a game.
Myself, I'm the best bullshitter.
I mean, okay.
I invented the game.
I wouldn't have took that, but okay.
What about you?
No, I don't know. But
it's not a disrespect thing. It's just if somebody good at bullshitting and like people believe them, that's a skill.
Toya.
Okay, I can respect that. I think women are better anyway. Period.
I would never name myself. That's incriminating.
That's how you know he's a bullshit artist.
As you say that these are, you take the verbiage of people. I would never incriminate myself.
I get it. So next week we're gonna do at least one round of bullshit. Everybody.
Pastor?
Yeah. What you say?
As I walk through the valley of death.
He ain't asked you who you think the best bullshit.
Oh, he said me.
I said
that's my bad. Yeah.
All right, Pastor, you got the good word for us.
2 Corinthians 12, 7 through 10. Or because of these surpassingly great revelations, therefore, in order to keep me from being conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses and insults and hardships and persecutions and difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. This is God's word for God's people. You thought I was weak, but I'm connected to power. This thorn in his flesh had Paul slow to be boastful in his flesh. For one thing, it distracted his attention from the exalted revelation he had seen and focused it on his human weakness. Some afflictions are like that, given by God to keep our pride in check or to test our faith. But many afflictions are self-inflicted. That is usually the case with addictions like tobacco, alcohol, drugs, or pornography. It is often the case with certain behaviors, such as allowing our anger to go unchecked. But whatever the cause of our afflictions, self-generated or not, they can be a godsend to get our attention and to help us seek spiritual footing. In this world, we're dealing with COVID, we're dealing with monkeypox, and such. So many people are dealing with cancer, diabetes, asthma, heart disease, MS, lupus, depression, etc. We must look to the hills from which cometh our help, knowing that our help, it cometh from the Lord. However, I know some of us are too tough to cry, too tough to seem vulnerable, too tough to seem weak. We don't take God our problems because we are impatient, because we got this. But beloved, can I just say that's like playing spades and not playing the cards with the most value? Or that's like being robbed and telling your guard dog to just sit there and do nothing. No matter what thorn it is, I stop by to encourage somebody that your weakness becomes the place where you can experience God's power. If you ask my 3 brothers who are also pastors as well, of their own respective churches, how they got over, they're going to tell you that they're going to not boast in their flesh, but they're going to tell you that it was the God in them. When life took them down the depths, they fell prostrate, they tapped into God's power, and in their weakness, they found God's strength. In the movie Black Panther, King T'Challa faced his greatest challenge. He declined to join his father in the afterlife, but to face the challenge head on and not to leave Wakanda in the wrong hands. The enemy beat him, cut him, threw him off the edge of the cliff into the waterfall, but because he thought he was weak. But as it turns out, he was not weak. He was connected to power. This is my time. God bless you.
Amen.
Man.
Is anybody gonna go? Anybody gonna go see the woman? What's it called? The Woman King or the Woman Warrior, whatever it's called, come out tomorrow?
No. Why would I see that?
I didn't even hear about it.
The new Wakanda.
Yeah, it's got
that's tomorrow.
Viola Davis.
Yeah. Damn, y'all want to see that? I'm gonna go check it out.
I didn't know it was coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, come out tomorrow.
No, don't do that.
I'm gonna go check it out. But nothing different. But like I said, today's National Parenting Day, and for all the parents out there, do not beat yourself up. You know, just like how we were kids and we did what we wanted to do, and our parents was kids, and their parents, our grandparents was kids. Everybody went through an era, even though this era is a bad era, you know, and people are just be killing. You know, we can't say it is what it is, but try to hold on to the kids, Also, just in life, just like again, people go through things. People go through things, and just check on your people, whatever they be, a good homie or somebody that you talk to here and there. But life is life. People die every day, and it's a sad situation that we're going through. But hey, just check on y'all people, man.
Well said.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
Next week, same time, same place. Maybe another person.
It's the shop.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
All right.